If the future is artificial intelligence, is it time to learn to build your own? This is the Freedom Headlines Report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over briefly the headlines here, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little commentary on this. So our top story here is, so you want to use AI. Do you build it or do you buy? This is from readwrite.com. Now, I picked this story really because of the thought that it triggered. I mean, it's not necessarily, well, I think it's important for you to note that you can actually build your own AI as opposed to buying your AI. But this story is about what businesses should do. What's more practical for a business to do this? The old problem: do we do it in house, or is it cheaper and more effective for us to basically farm it out to others? So the following is adapted from my new book, Real World AI. This is from Wilson Pang. You found a way that AI can help your business. Maybe you want to automate the way help tickets are categorized, or improve search results, or increase whatever. And you want to use AI. Do you build or do you buy? Whatever you want to do, you face one big decision. Do you build the AI model yourself in-house, or do you purchase components from third-party vendors and integrate them into your business? Now, I am going to go back. I'm going to come back to that, but I want to read these other headlines because these are hopeful headlines here. This is what Freedom Headlines is about. It's about the technology and science, really, that's emerging. Well, in general, that's what it is. That enables us to actually, fight back without threatening death. And we, as Christian freedomists, we belong to a faith that says that we don't govern people through death. We govern through love. We govern through how we love one another. We can definitely show how we love one another if we could share these technologies and grow, have farms together and things like that. So a new type of battery that can charge 10 times faster than a lithium-ion battery, that is safer in terms of potential fire hazards and has a lower environmental impact, using polymer based on the, based on the nickel-salin complex. And this is, where's your link, man? There we go. Here's the link. Here we go. So, it is difficult to imagine our daily life without, okay, whatever. According to the leader of the team researchers at St. Petersburg University, Oleg Levin, the chemists have been exploring redox active nitroxyl containing polymers as materials for electrochemical energy storage. Okay, there you go. And then we have next generation sutures can deliver drugs, prevent infections, and monitor wounds. And by the way, we have 3D printers that will be able to, we have 3D printers that print medicines. We have 3D printers that can deal with these things. CPU algorithms trains deep neural nets up to 15 times faster than top GPU trainers. Now, I'll get back to why I picked this story. This is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about this. There's going to come a time where really the divide between the haves and the have-nots is going to be your intellectual power. And a significant proportion of your intellectual power is going to be the augmentation that comes through artificial intelligence, deep learning, quantum computing. And what we could do is passively sit by and cheer on the corporate nationalists while they develop all of these wonderful tools, in which case what we'll end up with is a bunch of technology behind intellectual property firewalls. They will artificially hype up or artificially spike the cost of the highest level of possible AI deep learning that they possibly can, to keep it out of the hands of the many so that the few can monopolize on it and have this significant power advantage over others. And what the rest of us will get is a cheap down, stripped down version of AI deep learning that we'll be able to use for our minimum tasks. And we won't own the product. We won't be able to customize the product. We will have a pay for service in which we will be perpetually dependent on a large scale system controlled by a small number of human beings. This is how they intend on preventing technology from doing what it is capable of doing, which is creating small-scale power that can compete with large-scale power. And when that happens, empires dissolve. So if you're not working on open source AI, I mean, assuming you have that ability, you need to. We need freedomists, especially Christians, Christian freedomists. We need freedomists that are working on open source AI, open source deep learning and all that, and sharing it with the world so that we small-scale folks can compete against these large-scale nationalists.